y'all? Welcome to our channel. I'm Maya.
And Sarah.
And we are charmed and dangerous.
Because you know we're charming.
And we're
dangerous.
Dangerous.
Bring
you
it
see
back.
That
Let's talk about our emotions.
Yes!
Our moods, really.
So really all of our moods for all of the Zodiacs. If you can't tell what we're going to be talking about, you know, read this title that's popping up right here. But before we get into it, we would love it if you hit that subscribe button down below. We're two besties. We talk about astrology, dating, all that fun shit. So if you can get down with our vibe, you feeling this topic, hit that subscribe button because our other content's really good too. Now let's get into the video. Okay, so we're reacting to a list that I found randomly on the internet again. And it is signs as moods. So as always, we're gonna start from the top. We're gonna link the original thumbnail here. And let's start with Aries.
Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna go in the order of the Zodiac.
Aries, it says irritated as a mood. How do you feel about this?
I feel like it's good.
Yes.
Aries, but I would have liked anger.
Yes.
Angry better. Like let's get straight
get
to
to
it.
Let's
you
get
know what
to
I mean?
it.
They shouldn't be irritated. They're angry.
You're aggressive, you're angry.
Yeah, because you know they're Mars ruled, so I feel like Aries always got the energy to fight.
Yes.
Like even if they're in the best mood, they still got it in them to get angry. I just feel like their anger meter, like it never runs out.
It doesn't. I thought of a nicer way to say anger because sometimes
it's not
I feel
irritated.
Like,
that's nice.
No, I thought their energy or their mood can also be protective or assertive.
Okay.
You know, definitely nicer ways I think of saying anger and like.
No, I could see assertive.
Yeah,
they're really good at putting themselves out there and asking for what they believe is theirs. I could see that. I appreciate that. Okay, next we have Taurus, and it's exasperated.
I don't agree, and for those who don't even know what exasperated is, because Maya's had to look it up, it's like super frustrated or irritated.
Yeah, what?
And I just don't agree. I feel like a Taurus's mood is like either sleepy or like hungry.
I was gonna say calm.
Calm, that's good too. That's good.
Because Taurus just wants to be relaxed at all times.
They want to be
like,
chill.
Anything that stresses them out, they're not putting themselves in that situation. Like truly, that's why they love being at home and like, you know what I mean, doing things that make them feel comfortable because they hate being stressed out, and they can control, when they can control their environment is when they feel their best.
Yeah.
And when they're calm, which is what they want to be all the time, I feel like. Venus ruled, come on now.
For sure. And it's like they literally don't want to be upset or frustrated. I feel like Taurus energy is very calm.
Yeah.
They want to keep it like chill.
They want to keep it neutral as much as possible. They don't want to overexert their energy on anything. Truly, nothing. They want to sit.
They're like, why?
Yeah. I don't see a reason.
Next is Gemini, and the mood is hyper.
Yes.
She said yes.
Yes. Like, can Gemini sit down? Like truly, like, can we sit? Like, I feel like they cannot sit and be quiet. And listen, I'm a Gemini moon. I can talk shit about Gemini energy all I freaking want. I feel like they are so uncomfortable with the moment of silence. Like truly.
Facts.
Like I would be scared if I had like a Gemini roommate, and like maybe I'm like meditating. They would be the type to just come in there and
like,
hey, what are you doing? Where are we going? Oh my god, I'm so bored.
You want to hang out? Like, let's do something. No, for sure. I
always just go in, you know, Mercury. See, I feel like a lot of these things, it ties back to the planetary ruler.
It does.
Mercury needs to constantly be talking, moving, experiencing new things.
Active. You know, like it needs to be stimulated all the time. I feel like Mercury.
Yeah.
Gemini and Virgo needs to be stimulated a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, you know, they expand themselves and get stimulated by talking to people or like experiencing new things. And some people, you know, see that as chaotic, and sometimes it is chaotic, but you know, not always.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense. The mess makes sense to the Gemini, you know?
I mean, truly, I feel like I enjoy Gemini energy because we're always learning things, learning new things, bouncing back and forth. Like the conversations never boring. Time with them is never boring. But they are very hyper, and I think it is very hard for them to bring it down.
Yeah. Yeah, even as it's getting to like bedtime. I feel like it's just like
they'll just keep going.
They're talking and then they're asleep, you know, there's no like,
and then they wake up
there's
and they're
no like
again.
chill down
at all. They're coffee, you know what I mean?
They are coffee, that's funny. I like that.
All right, next we got Cancer, and it says relaxed. which I think is true.
Yeah?
I mean, Cancer, I think it's true. I don't think it's the best word. I think they are relaxed because they're at home all the time.
True.
But I feel like theirs is moody.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Y'all know what moody means, right? Their mood is moody. Because it's always fluctuating.
I know. I picked emotional possibly because, again, I feel like even though they are home a lot, I feel like Cancer energy can be high strung to me sometimes, or like just a little chaotic too, you know, even in their home. Like, I love y'all, you know, like you can be very sweet and sensitive and caring, but yeah, I feel like emotional or moody is really a better word for them.
When I think of Cancer,
relaxed.
I think of the ocean, you know what I mean? The ocean can be very calm, and then all of a sudden the ocean is not calm at all. You know, that's cardinal water for you. It'll just be chill, it'll be relaxed, and then it'll be ready to kill somebody, you know? That's Cancer to me. I love me some Cancer and Pisces energy, but again, all these water signs, like, it's hard for them to stick with one emotion. And although they're calm one second, something can trigger them to make them be literally the devil next.
They feel it so deeply, so it's like, yeah, you got me fucked up, you know?
Absolutely.
Next is Leo, and it says curious as their mood. How do you feel about that?
I think it's dumb, to be honest. Curious about what? If people are looking at them?
Right.
If they're getting the attention they desire?
No. I mean...
You know what I mean? I honestly feel like, I don't know. What do you think?
No, I feel like, I don't want to shit totally on Leos because obviously there's some curious people, but I feel like
curious is not the right word that I would use to describe them.
I would say that their mood is more like motivated, maybe. You know what I mean? I feel like they like to be leaders, so they like to try and like redirect things and kind of like get things moving, or maybe even I don't know. They're playful.
I could see playful. I love that because they are. I also could see encouraging.
Yes.
I feel like they have a really nice way of making you feel confident. And if you're going through it, your Leo people are the ones that are making you feel warm and like fuzzy on the inside, so you can get your confidence back. And I feel like they can be very encouraging in that way.
For sure.
When they believe in you.
And they have a very warm energy, and I feel like they always want kind of like optimistic, warm energy around them. I don't really see them as curious. I didn't like this.
I don't know, because I feel like if anything, Gemini can be curious.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
But I feel like Leo is kind of, they have that confidence in them where they aren't like trying to be asking people questions. No. If anything, they're making statements more than they're asking questions.
Exactly. They feel very self-assured. They more make like I statements rather than like asking you questions. They got to figure it out.
I mean, it's the sun. You know what I mean? They kind of think the sun is shining on them. You know, be nice. All right, next we got Virgo, and it says anxious, which I just feel like is absolutely correct.
1000%. That explains Virgos really, really well. I feel like also worry or cautious could be for them, but really anxious describes them like to a T for me. I feel like Virgos are always on edge and they're always over analyzing situations, and that makes even me anxious as like a bystander.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. I feel like they are always trying to problem solve, which I feel like if you're always in a state of problem solving, you are going to be anxious because you're thinking about all these problems. You know, it's normal for you to be in the state of anxiety because you don't know how these problems are going to get fixed. Even though you're a Virgo and you're probably going to be better at fixing them than anyone else, they still have that constant worry of like, what if that doesn't work out? What if I'm not perfect? What if people are looking at me and I'm not perfect? You know what I mean?
There's always a potential problem. Yeah. You know, and that is very anxiety ridden. Like, when do you relax, Virgo?
It's because they're so detail oriented too. So they just keep finding the smallest problems.
Little things.
Absolutely.
Next is Libra, and it says pessimistic.
I really, at first I was like, pessimistic? I don't think so. Honestly, like I could see Libra being realistic. Yeah. I just don't see them being pessimistic because they're always hoping to climb that social ladder. Yes. So you have to be very optimistic. Yeah. You know what I mean? For sure. To push yourself and always be socializing and always trying to get that next thing or being that or be the person that people want to be around.
Yes.
You know, because their social interactions and their friendships mean everything to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you have to be a positive person for that to happen.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of read this as more that they had like high standards, you know, as like pessimistic, which I do agree with. I feel like Libra has high standards, but I definitely don't necessarily think their mood is always pessimistic, because I agree that they mostly have to be optimistic to get into opportunities to be where they want to be. Because they, to me, want to live a life of luxury or like comfort.
Yeah,
you know?
I would say a word that describes them is social. Like I feel like that is a mood. They're always in a social mood, a socializing mood. They're always ready to experience something new and just be around people and make new friends.
Mm-hmm. I said bliss because to me that's like a mix of happiness and oblivion. And I feel like that's
funny.
Big Libra energy.
So bliss and pessimistic.
No, because to me, when I read pessimistic, I read it as like they have high standards. Not really like
not
they
like actually sitting down all
No, because
annoyed.
I don't think that they're all annoyed or anything like that. I do think they have high standards, and maybe to other people they would say, "Oh, you're being pessimistic," but really they just have high standards, and they're expressing that to you.
You know what other one I just thought of? Indecisive.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Constant mood I'm in as a Libra.
Same as Libra. Next we got Scorpio, and it says giggly, and I have to giggle right now reading this. What do you think?
I just feel like
you
that's
speak
the
before
funniest.
I speak.
I just feel like that's so funny. Y'all like, sure you like to laugh, but you're not giggly. I would never be like, Scorpios are giggly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, what, after we did something real bad, you're just in the corner giggling by ourselves.
Scheming. Right.
Is that a giggle?
Right.
I would say a word to describe us would be passionate.
Yeah.
Or jealous. Like, passionate and jealous. And like, recently I read this really cool quote that was like, jealousy just shows you what you want for yourself. And I was like, holy shit, that is so true.
Interesting. I like that. Yeah, yeah. For Scorpio, I said either loving or skeptical, which is funny because I feel like they're polar opposites, but I also feel like Scorpio's mood will change depending on who they're with and how much they trust you. You know what I mean? So, to me, either adjective could really be fitting. They could be very loving, or they could be skeptical as fuck as whatever's going on right now. You know?
And honestly, when I think about it, one of the main reasons why I also picked passionate is because you can be, when you know me. If I'm happy, I'm being passionately happy.
Yeah.
If I'm angry, I'm being passionately angry. Like, we do everything, no matter what it is, with passion.
Yes.
There is no like, oh, we're just playing it cool right now. Like, no matter what I'm feeling, it's always passionate.
All or nothing. Okay, next is Sagittarius, and it says amused. Like,
I think you guys are amused, like you guys get amused easily, but I wouldn't say that's like the mood that I would give you guys. The mood I would give you guys is excited.
yeah.
I feel like, I've said this hundreds of times, Sagittarius is so ready for new experiences all the time. So I feel like you guys have the sense of optimism and excitement when it comes to life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're excited about what life can bring you. What new thing you can be a part of.
Yes. No, I agree. And I feel like excited is better. I always say, oh, I'm very amused right now.
You do.
I always say that, you know?
Yes.
But I feel like it's the same root of
That's so funny.
we find life exciting, you know what I mean? We find joy in people and new experiences.
Yeah.
And I feel like we also like to laugh and keep things light. So yeah, amused, excited, that's all like fun, new things kind of energy to me, which Sag always wants to be in the mood in, I think.
Sages are also in a preaching mood. I feel like that's another good one.
Hallelujah.
I got something to say.
I got something to say.
Everybody better listen.
Escumi.
Yep. The holy teacher is here.
Oh my gosh. I'm
The
sorry.
knower of all things.
I'm sorry for every conversation I hijacked when I was drunk and I thought I knew something. Because I do it to a lot of people, okay?
Oh god.
In the
I love
club,
that
like
public
it really
apology
don't matter.
for you.
I just had to say it to all the people who are like, fuck this bitch. I know her. She tried to
I love you. That's fucking
bring me to the
hilarious.
Lord, not literally.
Look at you. At least now you released it, and it's a fresh start.
You know?
Everyone got an apology.
There you had it.
Next we got Capricorn, and it's hopeful.
I don't really agree with that. I feel like, to me, Capricorns are realists. And to me, that can kind of lead more of like a pessimistic kind of attitude. Not always, you know, because I feel like they are very focused. That's the word I would say. They're very focused. And I feel like they are very ambitious because they're always planning kind of for the next thing ahead.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe if you wanted to like really weirdly work it, you could say that that's hopeful because they're thinking ahead.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like they're hopeful because they are always... They believe in themselves to achieve their next goal.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're hopeful about what life can bring them and them tackling that goal down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they are very driven.
But I feel like they're also really real about like what you need to get there. You know what I mean? And they don't like sugarcoat shit.
Yeah.
Which is what I feel like hopeful kind of, to me, makes it seem like they're sugarcoating things, and that is nothing to me about Capricorn energy.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like also they can be bold.
Yes. For sure.
You know, and like that comes with their confidence too. I feel like Capricorn just has this, probably because of Saturn's influence, like they can be very bold because they just believe in themselves.
They're like, I'm zaddy.
And they know they work harder than most people, you know?
Right. Facts. Like,
absolutely.
Zaddy knows what's up.
Yeah, Zaddy's here.
Okay, next is Aquarius, and it says grumpy.
I feel like Aquariuses can be grumpy. But it's not the word I would use. I would actually use annoyed. I think Aquariuses are always annoyed at something. And I don't know if it's like the humanitarian in them or something where like, because I feel like they notice what's wrong in the world and what's wrong with people.
Yes.
And that really annoys them. Even though they're the humanitarians who want to make a difference, I feel like that makes them notice things about people and society more so than the average person. I feel like it reminds me of Hyde from that 70s show.
Yeah.
Like he's annoyed with the state of the fucking world. Like what the fuck is wrong with this, you know?
Yeah.
So I could see annoyed in that sense.
No, I see that, and I feel like Aqua energy can get so fixated on things, and then they can get really, really negative on things. But to me, I feel like
Stubborn.
I would have thought rebellious as like their typical nature, because I feel like generally they have like a fuck you kind of attitude. Like, fuck the system, fuck these rules, like I don't want to, you know what I mean? Just literally like fuck
everybody.
Fuck it.
Truly.
I'ma do
Everybody can get it.
You know? Anybody.
Yeah, I really like that. Rebellious is really, really good because they truly hate rules.
Yeah. And they make up their own, you know what I mean? Like, fuck your rules, I'ma do me. Which I love.
Next and last but not least, we have Pisces, and it says happy. And I feel like that is so boring, and I want to say I'm so sorry to you Pisceans for people doing that to you. Right,
they try to make you act like you're basic. I feel like people get confused by like a Pisces like happiness, you know, but they also go to very dark places, and they just put on this like nice front for people to make them feel more comfortable, because they don't think you can handle their emotions, so you need to sit there and think about that. But I said sensitive for Pisces. I feel like they're so intuitive and you know, really well at receiving other people's emotions, so I feel like they're sensitive and also emotional beings.
Yeah, I love that, and I picked dreamy. I feel like they're dreamy when you're around them, but also like by themselves, they're always to step outside of this reality and dream about another place, another time, and try to understand things, honestly, real life problems through another perspective. Like, I feel like the Pisceses that I know, they're really good at problem solving because they're able to look at things from a completely different angle, and that's because of their dreamy nature.
It's like you can detach and look from a completely different angle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's powerful.
It really is. So I'm like happy.
Oh, that was so basic. I'm so sorry for you Pisces. Pisceans.
Yeah.
We love you. We gave you better adjectives, we hope.
All right, lovely people, thank you for hanging out with us while we discuss this list and whether we agree with these moods. Don't forget to comment down below whether you agreed with your sun, moon, rising, whatever. We would love to hear from you. And if this is your first time here, your girls over here, we got a podcast, okay? And on this podcast, we discuss really everything. You know, our lives, spirituality, celeb gossip, healing, a lot of that good shit, but in podcast form. The links are gonna be down below. And at the end of each YouTube video, we have a question that we discuss further in the podcast that relates to our YouTube topics. Are you ready for this week's question?
You know she is.
All right, so the question is, what moods from this list would you give your big 3? 3.
Ooh, yes.
So we gotta come up with our own, and we would love it if you hear us out. So don't forget to check out the podcast. Links are down below. Like I said, the podcast goes live every Wednesday. YouTube goes live every Monday and Thursday. We're gonna link our socials somewhere over here. We hope Scorpio season is still treating you guys right, because you deserve it, okay?
Yeah, you do.
We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.